Hello, you are welcome to my channel. My name is Alice Rita. In my video today, I'm going to be showing you how to add references to EndNote to create a bibliography in EndNote. There are two options that you can use. You can first use the search function in the EndNote to add reference to your to create a bibliography list. And secondly, you can use the internet using either PubMed or Google Scholar, whichever of the two options you prefer. So I'm going to be showing you both options so that when you're working and the second, because sometimes you will not find a particular reference you are looking for in EndNote, and this is just a minor error that happens once in a while, and that's why I'm going to be showing you the two options. So when you open your reference, if you are using EndNote for the first time, after you've installed the EndNote, you're going to be having a blank EndNote page. So I'm using this as an example. So I created this new group that doesn't have any reference. So I'm going to be showing you how to search for references. In order to be able to search for reference, there is this online search function that's it's embedded into EndNote. It's part of its function, and there are several platforms you can search from. If you click on this more option, you can see you can actually search a particular library of interest. You see University of Aberdeen Library Catalog. You can search for even books, anything you are looking for. So I'm going to be using, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be using PubMed, which is the most used reference searching platform. So one thing you should put in mind is that there is this option here to filter the way you want to search. So for me, I always prefer to use the all field option. So you can decide to search by year, by journal, volume, publication type. That's if you have more details. If it's a book, if you have the book number, you can also use that to search for it. So I'm going to be activating the all field option. That way I'm going to be telling EndNote that I want publications in that is related to Magna Potte oryza. So Magna Potte oryza is the rice blast fungus, and here we can limit our search by year. So imagine if I search just Magna Potte oryza, let me enter the search function. You see that it has found 1,751 references that is related to Magna Potte oryza. So this is where it is. Then I'm going to cancel this and then add another layer of filter. So this will help me to reduce the 1,700 plus search results. So let's assume I want to any publications that were published within the year 2000. So I'll just type here within year 2000 and let's say 20. Search again. Can you see that this has limited the search function down from 1,700 plus to about 166? You can decide to click OK, but let's add one more filter to reduce from 166 to see if we can reduce this a bit down. So this is related to Magna Potte oryza. So I want to add an extra filter, which is searching using your keyword. If there are particular keywords that you are targeting in what you are searching for, this is the best time to then add the keyword. So for instance, I'm going to be adding, let me see, what should I add? Let's say I'm going to be adding the Apressorium, and then I click search. You can see that from 166, now I have just 6 filtered down, all starting from 1,700 down to 166, and now I'm having 6 search results. And you can see these 6 search results, they are all in 2020, and you can see the different title by clicking on here. This part of the EndNotes will show you the title. So sometimes this might be a bit condensed, so you might have to open it up a bit, and you can decide how you want your EndNotes face to look like. So I prefer to minimize this a bit. So what next? How are we then going to get the attachment? Some people prefer to download the attachment and then search, like, or right click, attach. But you can actually highlight the old reference that you just got and click on this icon that looks like a wheel of a car. And it says here, find full reference, search the web for full text. So if you click on that, that is going to be finding the attachment for each of these reference, and it will attach it immediately it is found. And you can see that it's searching for 4. It has not found 1. 1 has been found. It has reported back that there are 2 not found. It has found 2. So it's going to keep searching. So the search recently added here are the 6 that we searched for. So it's going to keep updating as it's finding the references. So it seems if you wait a bit and it didn't find the other references, then I will show you the last option to search those ones. So you can see it didn't find 2. It found 2 PDF, and it found 2 a link to be able to that will take us to the page for this particular publication. So I'm going to be the recently added. So I'm going to highlight this that I didn't find. You can also right click on your mouse and click the find full text option if you are not using this icon. So I'm going to be letting that I'm going to be searching for that. And then the second option on how to add reference to your endnotes, which I said if this fail, is to use the internet the browser option. So I love to use Google Scholar. So if I search here in Google Scholar, so now I'm interested in Magna Potter. Okay, let's just choose one of those references that the endnotes didn't find. That will keep it reduce the. Okay, so this paper here, endnotes didn't find it. So what I'm going to do is to copy the title. And then I'm going to go and search for that in Google Scholar. Search. You can see EndNote found it. And if you have such paper, you can see this icon here that says cite with this double colon, with the quotation mark. So here you have the different of downloading option, and because we are going to be working with EndNote, I'll click download EndNote's reference. And it's best you keep this page open so that when you then click on the downloaded reference icon, can you see it brought us straight to EndNote. And now I'm going to try to search for the full article for that added reference that we just downloaded from EndNote. If it still didn't find it, what I'm going to do now is to go from EndNote itself, from Google Scholar, click on it and look for if I'm able to download the PDF. So this particular paper, I think one of the reasons why EndNote couldn't find the full PDF is because it requires a subscription. So if it is not an open access journal, EndNote will not find the attachment. So what you have to do is if you are within the university environment when you are downloading your reference, you'll be able to get this kind of information that is accessed through your university. So because I'm working at the Knowledge Research Park, which is the Sainsbury Laboratory, it's telling me that I can get access. So I'm just going to click on that and let it log in with my office credential. And I'm just going to then download this document. So now I've downloaded this document that was missing, that EndNote couldn't find the attachment. And in order to then have the reference, the PDF, I'm going to right click on that reference and scroll down here. You see here it says file attachment. You click on that and navigate to the attached file. When you click on that, it's going to take you for you to locate where you have the attachments. And now that I've clicked on that, it's going to sync and I'll be able to get so this is the PDF here. So YouTube, so this is where we are, recently added. So that is if it shows like that, don't mind the EndNote. Sometimes just want you to move away from it and then click on it again. So here is that publication that we just attached from downloading. So that's how very easy it is to search for references in Endnote. So as you can see that it's really easy to create a bibliography list in Endnote. So with our recently added bibliography, now that, remember, we searched based on Appressorium, so I'm just going to now move this searched results into the list that I've created. For the purpose of this tutorial, I created a file here called YouTube. And how do you create a group? You right click on this side of the screen and it will ask if you want to create a group or smart group. The difference between the group and the smart group is that the smart group puts it's when you're searching during your search option, it automatically moves everything you search into the smart group, and to the group it's just a manual empty folder that you can then drag things to when you want. So like now I'm going to highlight these 8 references that we have. I'm going to right click on them and then ask Endnote to move them, add reference to. So I'm going to be adding the reference to a list, a folder that I called YouTube tutorials. So now you can see that that YouTube folder that was empty now has this 8 bibliography. During the course of searching for this list of references, if you observe, we have some that appear as duplicates because I searched twice. Remember that I searched for this reference from Google Scholar and that brought us straight to the EndNote. So if you're having a duplicated reference, it's a pain because when you're writing and you're referencing, it's going to be showing that same reference as A and B. Meanwhile, the publisher of that article only publish a single journal for that year. So how do you solve the problem with duplicate reference? This is easy. You just have to go to reference and click on find duplicate. If you click on find duplicate, EndNote will check and you see it has found these 2 different publication. And if you scroll down, you can see one which has more details and which doesn't have much. You can see that this has the attachment, this doesn't have. So what I'm going to do is to keep this record. That way it automatically delete the second one. And also observe that this reference as well has been duplicated. So I will just click on keep this record. So now when we go back to our folder, from 8 references, it has reduced it down to 6 by eliminating the duplicated references. And the duplicated references are now in the trash, which you can right click to empty. So that when you are writing, you don't experience the problem of having like this $A 2020A or 2020B. So that's how very easy it is to use EndNote. If you found this tutorial useful, please support me by liking my video and subscribing if you would love to see more of my tutorial. And until next time, thank you for watching today's video. Bye.